Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm CA Samiksha and today I will be sharing with you guys how I got selected in Deloitte USI as a CA fresher for their statutory audit profile. If you're interested, then keep on watching the video. So the first question that all of you guys might be having is that how I came to know about their vacancies and how I forwarded my resume to their HR. So basically, after our results came on 10th January 2023, around 10 to 15 days later, I came across multiple posts on LinkedIn regarding the vacancies for CA fresher in their stat audit domain. So I asked one person who was working with Deloitte USI to refer me to the company, and she referred me immediately. And after around 1 week, I got the first call from their HR. So basically, I would like to first explain you the entire interview structure of Deloitte USI. There are 5 rounds of interview in USI, and it will be like the first one will be the HR round, that will be a telephonic round. The second one will be the technical round. Third one will be their HR round, a more brief version and more detailed version. And the fourth round will be the version test. Fifth one will be managing director or the partners round. So this is how the structure is for Deloitte USI interview process, especially for CA freshers. So the first round was the HR round, that was a telephonic round, and it was a very crisp round. It lasted maximum 5 to 6 minutes, and she asked me some basic questions like tell me something about yourself and your articleship. She asked me specifically what kind of entities I've handled during my articleship in stat audit domain, and she also asked me what assignments I was part of. Then she also asked me about whether I had led a team in any of the assignment. Then she also asked me about number of attempts and the location, like if I am okay to relocate, because that will be a hybrid model. That's all. It lasted for around 5 to 6 minutes and very normal questions. But you should not take this round casually, because this is literally the first round, because many of my friends, two to three of my friends did not got a call for interview after this round. So yes, they do shortlist people based on this round. It might seem very casual in the first go, but it is not. It is you have to have a serious approach for this round as well. The next day I got a call from her, and she confirmed that I was shortlisted, and my interview was scheduled around 2 to 3 days after that. So I started preparing for that. I appeared for my technical round of interview. It lasted for around 30 to 35 minutes, and there were 2 panelists. So basically, I would say that the technical round of interview is comparatively easier when you go for global firms compared to the Indian firms. What I can say from my own experience. So the question in technical round were tell me something about yourself, and then he asked me about audit of trade receivables and audit of inventories. Then he also asked me about the method of calculation of inventories. Another thing that he asked me about was materiality and their types, and I had to explain their types in detail, audit assertions and types of audit opinions. Some questions he asked me based on my resume. That was, for example, I had mentioned in my resume that I have conducted walkthroughs in my internal audit process. So he asked me about what is walkthrough, how you used to conduct that, and how the documentation is undertaken for that. So basically, he tried to ask me everything about walkthrough. That's all. And then finally asked me about why USI, like Deloitte USI, and why not Deloitte India. So that's all, and it lasted for 35 minutes. I answered all the. So I had this interview in the afternoon. I had this interview in the afternoon, 12 to 12 around, and I got a call back from them around 4 o'clock that I was shortlisted, and I had my HR round at 6. So the HR round was basically around 15 to 20 minutes round. So the first question that she asked me was tell me something about yourself. Then she asked me about why CA. Then she asked me about if I'm okay to relocate to Hyderabad, because they were working on hybrid model. Then she asked me about have you led a team in any of the assignments during your articleship. And then she also gave me a case study. Like if for example the case study was like if I'm leading an assignment and there are around 3 to 4 people in the team, and one person comes and complains to you that more work is being allocated to that person compared to rest of them, so how you're going to handle this situation? So this was the case study given to me by the HR, and thankfully I could answer this to her satisfaction. Then she asked me about my family background, my strengths and weaknesses. So that's all. It lasted for around 20 minutes, and that was it. So 2 days later I got to know that I have been shortlisted for HR round, and now it was the time for Version test. So Version test is basically they test your reading skills, your listening skills, your understanding of various accent, because you are going to be dealing with multiple people who are located at various countries, whether you are able to reply to them properly or not. At this time I thought that Version test is a very normal test, and I would be able to 100% crack it, and there's no question of me not able to crack it. That was my mindset, and I did not research about it much. So I thought it would be normal reading, listening and writing test, and I would be able to crack it. There was no doubt, I felt. But then when I appeared the test, I couldn't, because there were multiple accent that were used, and it was difficult for me to understand them in that short span of time, because they give you some few seconds to understand and reply to it. So you have to have that ability to understand their accent and answer the question properly, or even re-recite the sentences properly. So I couldn't qualify in the first attempt. So all of us who couldn't qualify in the first attempt, they gave us an opportunity to reappear the test, and we gave a second attempt. And this time I literally practiced. I practiced it from YouTube, I practiced it from internet, and luckily I could qualify this time. So I qualified the test, but then they informed me the results 2 days after the test, and then I had my final MD partner round that was scheduled 1 week after that. MD or partner round. So my interview was taken by a managing director, and it was around 8 to 10 minutes, and she asked me about myself. Then she asked me about where do you see yourself 5 years down the line. Then she asked me 1 or 2 technical questions also regarding the documentation process, and regarding my favorite Ind AS, and a few questions regarding and then she asked me if I had any questions. So that's all. That was a very nice interview, and I asked her about the culture. And how is it to be working with USI. For like I actually searched her. I actually got her background from LinkedIn. So I asked her, how is it to work with this company for so long? How do you feel about it? How do you think? She answered very nicely. She was a very nice person, and the interview came to an end. It was just a 10-minute slot that they had given to us. That's all how my Deloitte USI interview was as a CA fresher, and the entire process took around 20 days. But yes, the experience was very nice. Everybody was very cooperative and very helpful, and the panelists were also very nice. If I am not able to answer any question, they used to question me and prompt me some keywords so that I am able to answer the questions. So yeah, the entire process was very smooth, and they informed me that I've cleared the interview 1 week after my MD round. So, and then I got a mail that I can accept the offer letter within 30 days from the receipt of the email. That's how the entire process for Deloitte USI was. And if you want to see such kind of videos, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and meet in the next video. Till then, bye.